What is something in your home that brings you comfort? Okay, so a couple of things here. I love the color pink, like pale pink, like blush. So I have a whole bunch of pink accents all around my apartment. It makes me feel more feminine. It kind of makes me feel like I'm in a luxurious type of vibe, and I want to keep that vibe because I'm just working towards I already have a soft life, but I'm just working on making my life even more soft. And so when I think soft life, I think feminine. And when I think feminine, I think pink and ivory. So that's kind of like the theme of my apartment. So I just have a whole bunch of pink accents all over the place, like in my bathrooms, in my kitchen, um, in the living room. I just love that color. Something else that I make sure that I do is I always have fresh flowers in my house. This is new for me, like having fresh flowers. I've been focusing on that for about a year now. And I love bright colors, by the way. I don't do blacks. I really don't like to wear dark colors. I love to make sure that the clothes that I wear is bright. I wear a lot of yellows, reds. I love the color peach and blues because it just makes me feel happier, right? And I love getting bouquet of flowers that are just brightly colored, that are alive because it makes me feel alive. And it's just a feeling that I'm chasing. It's just like a daily reminder. So I keep flowers in the kitchen, I'll keep flowers in the bedroom, fresh flowers. They don't have to be expensive. Like I got these from Lidl's. I'll get some from Kroger, all for like 10 bucks or so, right? Nothing expensive. But it just makes me feel more creative. And when I'm creative, I have to be comfortable in order to be creative. I told you guys in other videos, it is so hard for me to think of really good video ideas, topics, um, ideas for my business when I'm stressed out, okay? I would say the first few years of entrepreneurship, I was always stressed because I was chasing money, money, money. One thing I noticed is the more I chase money, the more it runs away from me. And so it would be hard for me, it would be hard for me to make really good business decisions because I'm focused on how can I make money right now today. As I've calmed down, as I've stepped more into my feminine and I've stopped chasing and I've started attracting, now I just chase. I don't even want to use the word chase, but now I just crave still. I crave peace. I crave comfort. I don't chase money anymore. I don't chase views. I don't chase followers like I used to, right? I strictly just focus on creating. In order for me to create, I have to be comfortable. In order for me to be comfortable, I keep my apartment clean. I fill it with different accents like pinks and fresh flowers, things like that. I have air wicks in the house to just make sure that the apartment smells good at all times. I have housekeepers that come just to keep my space clean so that I can keep my mind creative, right? So if you're struggling with being creative, first ask yourself, what kind of environment do you live in right now? And I wasn't always like a clean person or into accents or anything like that. This came over time. In my first house, it was not decorated at all. I had just bought the house and I didn't focus on accents and, making my house a home. So there's nothing wrong with that. Like when you first buy a house, of course, you may not have much money because you just put all that money into your down payment, whatever. But I wasn't really focused on making the house a home. I focused when I got this apartment on making my apartment a home. And I really focused on that this past year. So if you're struggling with being creative, well, what kind of environment are you trying to create in the first place? Because if your environment is cluttered, that's normal that anyone would struggle with being creative in a cluttered space. One thing I've noticed, at least for myself, and leave a comment down below, let me know your thoughts. Your environment is a reflection of your mindset. And when my space used to be cluttered and dirty, that's because my mind was cluttered. I had a lot of things going on. I was very unorganized. I didn't know if I was coming or going, right? I had toxic friends and, I cared a lot about what people thought of me. I wasn't even too happy with myself back then. And so my environment, I feel like kind of reflected that, if that makes sense. Like my car just used to be full of trash, like just full of trash. I could never just throw stuff away. Like, I don't know. Like I would leave stuff in the back seat. I would leave stuff in the front seat. My trunk looked crazy. Like it was just a whole bunch of stuff everywhere. Even with my apartment, like I remember I wouldn't put my clothes away after I finished drying them. I used to have side by side washer and dryer so you could stack stuff on top of the dryer. Now you can't do that because I have a stackable, so you have to put the clothes away. But before, my dryer, after I finished drying clothes, I would just put them on top of the dryer. And so in the morning when I was getting ready for work, I would just go to the laundry room and just try to find the clothes that I had dried instead of putting them up. Now everything has a place. Now I put things back. Okay. Now I keep my space organized for the most part, right? Now I keep things clean. And the mindset that I'm in today, well, it reflects that. I'm more positive. I don't feel like I'm coming or going. I know exactly where I'm going, and I make sure that every single day aligns with that, right? I'm at peace, I'm still, I'm more grounded, and I feel like my environment, where how I choose to live, is a reflection of that. So if you're struggling with being creative, back to the question, well, how do you fix it? Clean up your space. And I'm also saying that figuratively. Clean out your mind. Are you holding on to things from the past that maybe you just need to let go of? And that could be physical too. Like, are you a hoarder? Are you holding on to stuff that you probably should just throw away or give away to the Goodwill? A lot of times that's also figurative. Like, we hold on to baggage. Let it go, right? Clean up your space. Take an hour, 30 minutes, whatever you have, and just find a place for it. And when you use it, put it back. Maybe get some fresh flowers. Maybe figure out what color you want your room to be, or your apartment, your living room, wherever you're going to record your content, and start picking out different accents. Go to Home Goods or get something off of Amazon that just makes you feel more creative, more comfortable, right? And I used to not focus on interior design and stuff like that because I just always kept saying, I can't afford it. That used to be like my go-to excuse for anything when it came to elevating, was I can't afford it. Literally, you see what I would say. And it's so crazy because sometimes, I'm not saying just go spend your money frivolously. That's not what I'm saying. But sometimes you have to get out of that mindset of I can't afford it. And I started stepping into, well, if I can make my space more comfortable, if I can just, add some accents that just make me feel more creative, make me feel more, luxurious, soft, whatever, maybe I'll be more inclined to make content. Maybe I'll be more inclined to focus on my business more and think of better ways to grow the business. And the crazy thing is that actually worked. That actually worked. I make way more content now than I ever made. And of course, I've become more disciplined over the years. I've lost weight. I've shared my fitness journey, my weight loss journey, and how I built so much discipline through that, how I learned the art of delayed gratification through that. So I've been self-developing in other ways over the years too, but I will say that just having a space, even if it's just a corner of your house, right? Maybe you can't decorate the whole house. You don't have to. Just choose a spot in your apartment or in your car, wherever, where this is where you're going to consistently record most of your content, right? And then maybe just add a few accents there so that when you turn your camera on, that's all people see is just, the little corner that you're going to be recording in. It's amazing how inspired you'll get just because you feel more comfortable, just because you feel more soft, more feminine. Like, I can't make this up. I know it may sound crazy to some, but I cannot make this up. So work on that and then come back in a week or two and let me know how it's going. I feel like it'll really help. You'll just start to feel more kind of like at peace in a sense. So yeah. Leave a comment down below. Let me know your thoughts. I can't wait to read what you have to say. Also, you guys, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Don't forget to join the Patreon. The link is down below in my description. And I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.